did that. Really took me like 40 minutes to get back. Really took me like 40 minutes to get back. It's good out here. Finally made it back. Finally made it back. Golly. Hey, everybody, what's good, what's good? I got Darlene, Peter Project, Wanda, hey, what's going on? Finally in here. Now it's starting to feel like winter. Little bit. Hey, shout out to everybody that's up in here. What's good, what's good? I guess that's Smithy. Yeah. Yo. You're now tuned in, glued in. I hope you got your cup filled. We finna get into some spill. Yo, it's the one and only, your favorite human being with the supernatural pen. It's Antonio something, aka OMS 2 time, aka Birthright Records to the death of me and beyond. And welcome to, as it's saying, Coffee Mug Convo. Look, it took me 40 minutes to get this together because I had to do some things real quick, right? But that's the whole thing. Like, proper preparation prevents poor performance. I was properly prepared, but I did not plan for the performance that took place. So I planned properly in the future. Shout out to everybody that's popping in here, popping in. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, I ain't got no gimmick line for you, but you know we finna get into the spill, man. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, man, leave your comments in the comment section. You know what I'm talking about? If you feel any kind of way about it, you know what I mean? Just leave your comments in the comment section. I hope y'all can hear me well. I hope y'all can hear me because we finna get into it. You know what I'm saying? It's a one-sided thing today until someone says, hey, I feel some type of way about it. So let's go into it. You know what I'm talking about? Coffee Mug Convo, first show, first appearance, you know what I'm saying? This is an audio, this is a visual, you know, and it's an enhancement to your lifestyle, you know what I'm talking about? So let's get into it. If you from where I'm from, that would be Columbia, South Carolina. We represent all the way from the Carolinas globally, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, TikTok is global, you know what I'm talking about? Let's get into that. Just here, we have things going on that's lightly suggested to be coffee mug convo. Might make your cup spill. Let's talk about some local government. You know what I'm talking about? So, I hope your coffee black because this finna get bitter. People are really not enhancing their lives by stepping into the local government and still doing criminal shit. Criminal things. So basically, We want to be big criminals in this game. You know what I'm saying? Not only want to be big criminals, we want to be big within the system. So let's break it all down. You got these guys at the local jailer out here, you know what I'm saying, the county jailer, that are just doing mix mastering in they boy, they got the Pro Tools how they mix and mastering it. So check it out. If you were to go to your news feed and somewhere in South Carolina, you'll probably understand that there have been raids going on within the public judicial system, and this has led to many arrests, many people being ousted and exposed as players in this game that we call the intricate workings of prison. And like I said, this isn't even prison, it's county jail. County jail in Columbia, South Carolina, you could go and search it for yourself. All this coffee mug convo, man, you can search it for yourself, man. It's just where I'm from, where I'm at. For right now. For right now. So, by no names, you have a young man who could have had a fulfilling life within the armed forces, security, detail, but he chooses to throw his life away during the most pivotal time of our South Carolina judicial system being judged by the higher systems. So you know you getting thrown up on the bus. Beep beep. Let's go. Beep beep. So that's one individual that in a pivotal time got thrown under the bus from something that people that are COs and guards and prison systems do all the time. He whooped somebody ass. Excuse my language. He done. So basically, this is what we would call an assault. My boy put an assault on one, and he wasn't supposed to. You know what I'm saying? This was the evidence that they found. This ain't me telling you from my personal opinion. I don't think I'm gonna rarely speak from my personal opinion when it comes to coffee mug convo. Bet. Young man, you got that assault charge at a pivotal time in our judicial system where eyes are on, people are focused, people are watching. Let's go to the next one. Young lady. Man, she couldn't have been no more than 25 years old. Is about to have a great day at work in South Carolina. She's going into her job as a correctional officer, as a CO. She got her lunch bag, she got her other bag, she got her bags on her. She getting in, she get gone. But what she failed to realize is she was under investigation. Oh yes, I mean under investigation. I don't mean when I say under investigation that they just picked up on it to now. No, they were watching this individual. Young lady could have been a little smarter than what she was, but I guess that wasn't a part of the plan. They, as in the security guards that, bring you in, check you out, make sure you're not bringing any contraband in. But she had contraband. God, she had a lot of contraband too. She had everything, man. It goes as such. She had at least 6 ounces of crack cocaine. We're gonna start with that. She had at least 6 ounces of crack cocaine. She had oxycodone pills. She had Percocet pills. She had marijuana averaging to about maybe an ounce and a half. For those smokers out there, you twist it, you roll it, you smoke it, you know it. That's good. That's Zaza. And she had mobile devices. Damn. I mean, and I can imagine this was going to be... Okay. Let me put a pin in that right. She had mobile devices. Damn. I mean, and I can imagine this was gonna be. Okay, let me put a pin in that right there and take you into the mind of a money making millionaire motherfucker. So I get me a little piece of job. It's a little piece of job. It's paying some bills. It's doing some things for me. You know what I'm talking about? It's doing some things for me. But I can make more money, more money, more money. I just gotta get in with the right individuals. Get that thing. Hey, 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 hey. I can get it in for you because I'm the dog. I'm the one. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm one of one. I'm getting it in. But not that day. She got in, couldn't get out. Now she's on a staycation at the same place she used to work. Now we on staycation. Let's go. This is the thing that happens when you're in the crunch and you thought you could make it out the crunch, but you couldn't because eyes was watching and people are already being investigated, white shirts and everything. Yo, money is not the root of all evil. The love of money over all things is the root of all evil. Goodness gracious, you can't love money more than you love anything, man. You gotta be in touch. Like I be in contact with your money, but I know I got to leave you right here sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Coffee mug convo going up, man. If you out there and you listening and you see this seed, you know what I'm saying? This right here. You see this right here? We're gonna start the hashtag. We're gonna start the hashtag. Hashtag CMC. Coffee mug convo. And then we're gonna hashtag that thing BRMG. Cause you know that's Birthright Media Group. We going up like this, man. We doing all type of shit, man. Come on, let's slow down. Let's get back into some let's get back into some coffee mug convo. Where we at with it, man? South Carolina, we just got one of those things where it happens to be how it happens to be. It's like this all around the world, I imagine. But we here. So if anybody have any experiences out there with their local judicial system or their law system or anything that they may have noticed when they were inside or maybe getting apprehended or anything like that, man, I love to know. I love to know your story. So don't skimp on the details, man. We love details. Like, hey, man, I come from a place where doing drugs was a thing. I ain't did them per se, but possession of drugs can lead to an individual actually stepping up to the next level, bumping it up. You know what I'm saying? We gonna bump it up to the next level. So it was always like, when you young, you might smoke a cigarette. You know what I'm saying? Be like, I'm smoking cigarettes though. You coughing, you're like, well, it hurt, but you smoking cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? So you gonna do that, and then you kind of upgrade. Like, I was smoking cigarettes. I can smoke some joints. You know what I'm saying? Because I can handle some reefer. You know what I mean? Hey, matter of fact, you done been in that position where it's like the homies hit this. Or hit this club. You done been drinking soda all your life. This is better than soda. It's nasty. All alcohol and beer was nasty when you first tasted it. You couldn't understand how people drunk. But you had to bump it up a little bit. You had to go a little further. Like, you know what? It's nasty when you drink it by itself, but if you mix it with some juice, it tastes fine. Yeah. When you mix it with some juice, it tastes fine. Same thing they say about coffee, but I like mine black. You know what I'm saying? All that to say, getting high, man, look, it's like a marathon. You'll be running that race forever. And be that as it may, a lot of people look forward to it when they get off of work or in between shifts or whatever in between breaks, or after a pivotal point in their moments and stuff like that, because we all just here for a wisp. You think your life is important until you realize that against the pressure of many, 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 many lifetimes. You know, you watch your friends and family and shit turn, trying to get to that extra high level, you know. And it's just kind of weird because people don't take it serious. Now, I just spoke a whole piece about people getting drugs in the prison. Now, let's speak another piece. It still got a lot to do with prison, and it has a lot to do with the inner workings of the other side. You understand? So, yeah, the COs and anybody else in a position that feel like they can make them some extra money within that ring, that money making ring, they're going to gravitate towards it. But the damage that it does to the people who receives the crack, the pills, the weed, the phones, you as an individual, you go to jail for something petty, you can end up standing there and coming out a totally changed individual. For example, who do you think that crack was going to? Yeah, it could have been your brother, could have been your uncle, could have been your cousin, could have been your baby daddy, could have been your sister, auntie, your mother. These are the things that it has two terrible sides. neither side, neither side is going to be good or generous with any gratitude. It's going to continue to take. It's going to continue to take. We talk about the other side now. See, yeah, they was able to get it in those other times. So imagine how that damaged those prisoners. And now they stuck in a whirlwind of drugs on the inside. On the inside, where you're hidden. It's like you're in a box. You're a cat in a box when you go to prison. Because nobody knows you're alive until you speak. So you're alive and you're dead at the same time. And didn't even know it. You couldn't know it. Because you don't know where you are either. But that's the mix of it. Why don't I take drugs? Why don't I take alcohol? Why don't I do these things to numb myself? Because I'm in a place where I'm dead and alive. I gotta live both sides. I got a homeboy. Came back from prison. You think he came back from prison sober? That shit turned his life around. That shit turned his life around. We'll never know the him we knew before he went to prison. Before he got that time, before everything else got attached to him and a hold of him. And he couldn't shake it. You know what I'm saying? But see, a lot of people out here will lead you to believe that ain't no drug addicts in prison. Ain't no alcoholics in prison. How they getting that in there? Listen to my piece. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm speaking my piece. Excuse me, y'all. You gotta clear that. You gotta clear that up. You understand? Coffee mug convo. Hey man, this piece has been brought to you by Birthright Radio, man. Shout out to Birthright Radio, always and forever. Gonna be here for the indie talent. Always gonna be here for business. All business is business. People like to say small business, but all business is business. Shout out everybody in here. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, the tunes is brought to you by Lo-Fi Trap Beats. Let's go. up on that coffee, that shit hit different, boy. When you load up on that coffee, that shit hit different, boy. Back at it, back at it. Had to take a small commercial break. Thank you to Lo-Fi Trap Beats, man. Shout out Birthright Radio. And shout out all the content creators that's in here, man. Everybody that's popping in, whether you're a content creator or a content consumer, truly appreciate it. Well, we don't even call that a consumer, man. You a curator. Shout out to you, man. You know, we have a team, too, that we are putting together at Birthright Records, Birthright Intel included. And the team is called, matter of fact, you seen the, if you haven't seen it, man, go to my page, man. Go to my page, and it's pinned at the top. Go and watch that. If you're truly serious about curating content, if you want to be recognized in the world, man, take a chance. Definitely take a chance on that. We are not going to just sit here and talk about prison and prisoners and things like that. This is Coffee Mug Convo. So let's get into some little messy shit. People come in two brands, man and woman, most of the time. Sometimes people try to tread the lines of it, but you know, it's just that time where you could just be whatever the fuck you want to be at any given time. It's a great time to be alive if you're that type of person and you just want to be whatever you want to be whenever the hat drops, and you don't want to get ridiculed for it, and you want people to stand up for all of your insecurities. Then, man, it's a great time to be alive. It truly is. But for those people that are living that lifestyle and they are into a place where, hell, you deal with individuals. You know, there's a right thing and there's a wrong thing. There's a correct thing and there's an incorrect thing. But when it comes to men and women, it seems like the rules do change. And I understand that because I am a male, not just because I'm a heterosexual male, because I identify as such from my fibers to, not just, my extremities and nothing like that, man. It's just the way that I carry myself, the way that I know that I was, bred. So it wasn't ever anything going against that. And I'm thankful, I'm thankful to be who I am. But as a man, who I am, what I am, I noticed that when it comes to women, no is no for them, but no is not no for the man. See, men and women can't use no the same. It won't ever be the same. And I get in some places, yeah, don't quote me on anything, don't quote me on anything malicious. Don't quote me on anything malicious. I'm going to say that right now because I'm speaking to the public. Because you, as the audience and as the crowd and the world, might believe that I'm about to go into a whole spiel about how rights have anything to do with this. I don't want to get involved with liberties. I'm speaking on a social level. So if you could come to understand what I'm getting at on a social level, no, it's different from men to women. You get it? So bet. Let's go into it. Let's talk about it. Let's call from Mug Convo. You as an individual, man, you might be single. And it might be a girl that really likes how you do your thing. Like, she likes how you do your thing and she wants to be around you. And you give her a chance and you do your best to beat that, halfway. I'm going to give you two scenarios. You go up, you date, first date. She says, well, I'm not that type of girl, so don't expect anything. And he says, okay. Scenario number two. He says, well, I don't just hop in the sack with every woman that I meet. Out of respect, I'd like to get to know you better. She says, okay. Now I say like two scenarios that went pretty well. Went pretty well, right? Let's go into scene two. Young man is taking the young lady home. Young man says, can I walk you to the door? She says, no, I'm good. He say, okay, for sure. You know what? I appreciate your time. I'll call you. Little split, you know, and bygones. Wow, how fast that went. Scenario number two, scene two. The woman is dropping the mail off. And she says, can I walk you to your door? And he says, nah, I'm good. I appreciate it though. Love, salutations, and pieces. Those went pretty good. I mean, it seems like everything's going pretty good. Coffee Mug Convo. Hashtag CMC. You know what I'm saying? I like how that goes. So, out of those situations, which it rarely goes like that, but I'm giving you the lightness before the darkness. Those conversations, those situations, those two scenarios in both scene one and scene two went excellent. Went totally excellent. But in real life, in real life, the life that we're living right now, the be whatever you want to be all you can be in this life, these scenarios can get construed because from one person's perspective, they're looking at it and comparing it to the world that we're living in nowadays. They comparing it to how we living nowadays. They say, well, if a guy says he's not trying to have, sexual relations with me, it must be something wrong. Like the insecurities they just pour out. Like this is the thing that I talk about. Like the insecurities pour out. This is why men are insecure too. Because as a man, it's like, shit. If I say no, or if I turn something down, if I make it where I'm unavailable in a moment of that transition, that's gonna put me, in her eyes, in her opinion, in peril with our relationship that just started. Like, if a woman tell a man like I ain't into that on the first date and all that, 9 times out of 10, he gonna press the issue. He gonna keep trying. These are situations that we have experienced as human beings, man. As human beings, where the no might not have been no, but it was definitely I'm not available for this part, or I'm not available for that part. And it could definitely be taken out of context. Way out of context. Way out of context. Say for instance, in the whole gratification of it all, young man feel like, hey, he wanna ask for some butt. He wanna ask for some sex. Like, so what's up with that? If she say no, ain't shit he gonna do. He probably like talk some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he gonna probably talk some shit. Yeah, he probably gonna talk bad about her. You know what I mean? Like, damn, why you acting like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, he might really even go up like that. Because to him, that shouldn't have been a no. For a woman, I imagine if a man be like, nah, I ain't even trying to go that route with you. What she gonna think? I don't know what she think, but I imagine she gonna be like, this guy, this man, this. You know what I'm saying? She definitely gonna find a way to make it pessimistic. She gonna find a way to bring the worst out of the situation that turned into a no for her because she got to justify it. That's just like any human being. A human being, man, they got to justify why this situation wasn't facilitated like they wanted it. They gotta make fault. You gotta make fault. You gotta make somebody feel like it's them. It could be you. It could be your season for a no. It could be your season for a no. But we definitely give it different and we receive it different and it's looked at different. It's looked at different. If you're in a relationship, a no can be a relationship anything. The wrong no, the wrong yes, that can end your relationship. So with this conveyance, with this conveyance of entry and admission and things of that nature, consent and all of that, we gotta appropriate things. We gotta appropriate things in the correct avenue because of public opinion having so much to do with, well, I'm going down. I'm going down. I'm going down. Yep, I think that's it right there. Alright. I was going down. I was running out of battery. But hey, anybody out there that has any feelings, particularly on what we got going on in there, man, hashtag CMC. Man, post that giant, man. Comment that giant, man. Do that. Share, and always understand, like, we are creating this platform for the conversation. So, if it's for the conversation, that means the conversation need to be had. Let's get on our ones and twos and always be available to have the right conversation, the correct conversations. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, and while I'm doing this share right quick, man, y'all make sure y'all take a chance to check out whatever I have on my page, man. It's entertaining for the masses, but at the same token, man, it's just how we do our promotional joint. You know what I'm talking about? Like, we get very promotional. While people get emotional, we get promotional. You know what I'm talking about? And for anybody out there that feel like they can stand on a platform and speak on a platform and bring real situations, that's exactly what we need. So make sure you let us know if and when you want to be involved with the coffee mug conversation type deal. Because this convo could get a little messy. So, it takes two to tango. Ooh, where did that come from? Thank you. I needed that. I need that. So, we done touched on South Carolina judicial systems, no inconsent between men and women. What else is there to talk about? I ain't touching that race shit, man. I don't know. I think that people do that to get clicks and stuff like that. But if you really look at it, man, that's one of the worst things that could have been ever created on this earth. Where people who walk upright and breathe air the way that we do, we all just seem to have issues and problems with the outside appearance of each other. I can't touch that. I really love all my people. I love everybody that loves me. And even if you don't love me, it's still love. It may not ever be peace, but understand that it's love. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, yeah. So to everybody out there, man, don't forget, you gotta love on your people, man. Let's get into that LOVE thing. So against my better judgment, I choose to love and not hate. And my better judgment tell me that these people don't deserve it. Like, people don't deserve all that, but it's also something that's needed. It's an example that's needed. If you can't go forth and put an example down for people to follow, how they gonna gravitate towards you? My saying when I mentor children and when I started mentoring children, I never tell you to do something that I won't do myself, that I haven't did myself. This is the facts. There's nothing that I will tell you to do that I won't do myself or have already did. This is how you build around you. This is the Hydra effect. Teach everybody everything. So if we lose one person, we don't lose the knowledge. We just lost a pivotal individual. We just lost a strong individual. We just lost a very noble individual. Because the saying goes, my people perish for lack of knowledge. And if I love you, I give you the knowledge that the universe holds. And that's the thing that our Almighty Father did. The Almighty, He gave us the wisdom to seek knowledge. He gave us the understanding to use knowledge. And gave us the tools to become powerful. But we lost love somehow. Somehow we forgot that love conquers all. Somehow people tend to hate and dislike more than they love and like. Somehow we are stuck in this transition of life where publicly celebrities are telling you that only you can do it for you and you're the only one that you can depend on. But it's a it's a very acute understanding. Like, when you tell a person that you were raised by a village and it took a village to raise me to be this great and I'm this great person, I'm a celebrity and I'm gonna make a millionaire, but you can do it by yourself. That's a contradiction. If I love you, I'm gonna tell you the facts. If I love you, I'm not gonna sell you a pipe dream. We will lay this pipe from here from here to Africa if need be, but I will not sell you a pipe dream. That's what a real mentor, big dog, do. He or she lead from the driver's seat. You gotta lead from the captain's seat. You can't just be. You can't just say I am. You got to actually put the actions together. That's why love can only be love if you are willing to suffer this person while they do their best to find themselves. Because if you really find yourself, if you really and truly find yourself and become born again, you're gonna do your best to right so many wrongs. Whether it be through the people that you wronged or through other avenues, you're gonna do your best to right as many wrongs as possible. Because you feel the need to. Now you feel obligated because your love is grown and you don't know how to just turn it off. That's why hashtag CMC, you got to keep love in your heart and your mind and your soul because love conquers all. Love can heal. Love and laughter. I love to laugh. And it seems like in my darkest moments, my love for laughter always finds me to cheer me up. Ain't that a blessing? Coffee mug convo can be something like we sipping on our cups and we exchanging our our, not our turmoils, but our triumphs. I think that's the thing, not even a thing, man. I am certain that is the thing that makes people turn traumatic because we are hell bent on living in that turmoil instead of conquering it, coming out of it, and having that as a success story. We need more success stories than trauma stories. Our history is filled with traumatic stories that they are uncovering every day. Mass killings, poisonings, the things that have been taking place on a higher level and now it's finally starting to get out, but it's 100 years later. It's in us now. Whatever it is that people were doing their best to instill in people, it's in us now. We got to figure out a way to counteract it. And people might think that it's a drug or some type of AI chip, but no, it's a condition of the mind. It's hatefulness. And in some shape, form, or fashion, we have to do our best to come from under that hatefulness and find love and give love. Because even if you have to fight a person, even if you have to fight your brother, know at the end of the day, it's real love in between you all. Even if we have to fight our brother countries and our sister countries, we can still have love. People deserve to be able to live in the truth of love. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people, when they say love, it's like all they think about is sex. People they're so primitive. And that's just like the most primitive thought that you can take when you're looking for love. Is like, sex is not going to tell you what love is. You can have sex with a person and not stand their guts. You better ask them boys how they got light-skinned children in their families. You can hate the hell out of something but still have sex with it and procreate. And now you got a physical form of your hatred. But it don't always work out for your greater good. Sometimes stuff like that are created from real love to show that the world is willing to suffer a mixed breed child even if the parents aren't. That's what we are. We are the people that are willing to suffer individuals no matter what color, no matter what creed, no matter what preference, no matter what orientation, no matter if you are primitive. It doesn't matter if you're intellectual. It doesn't matter if you're high on the spectrum. It doesn't matter if you're low on the spectrum. It's all about being loved and being able to suffer with a person through their ups and downs until they can be the greatest person that they can be. If you ain't never stayed down with somebody like that, you'll never understand because you haven't seen it yet. You haven't seen someone turn from horrible to honorable. But see, I can speak on it because I've experienced it for real. I've experienced it for real. Somebody go from horrible to honorable. Like how you do that? Man, through your works, through your love. If your love ain't real, if your love is the type of love that goes away when things are at their hardest, then you got to reevaluate your love. I mean, hashtag CMC, man. You have to reevaluate your love. I truly understand that my suffering for my loved ones is going to last until I am no more. I will always suffer my family, friends, and peers who are close to me. And you know what? It even extends to the outer world to where I can say I love you even if it ain't peace. Peace, cuz. What's up? What's up? I told y'all, I turned on the comments. Y'all could comment. Usually you have to be a subscriber, but it's hashtag CMC. Let's go. So we touch bases, but even touching bases is just scratching the surface, man. Somebody that did you wrong in your life, somebody that you never thought that you would ever suffer again in your life, you wonder why you do it again because it's love. People have children that they really, really have a hard time with, but they so love them. They so love them to death. Man, I love so hard because I lost so hard. And when I lose hard, it's like going into a hold on. Okay, here another time. Peace and love to you. Keep the positive and love message. Baby, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do that exactly, man. That's big love right there, man. That's my real family right there. So, you know it's real now. Come on now. You know it's real. That's my real family, y'all. Um, Shout out to Miss C Brown, you know what I'm talking about? I love hard, man. So when I go all in, it's like being at Vegas and sliding all your chips on that one individual. And sometimes you lose, and lose don't is not the same thing as failure. Lose is not the same thing as a death sentence. When you lose, it just shows you how to win better through experience. People people don't know that you become a better individual the more that you love, the more that you let disdain and animosity and envy. The more you let those things go, you breathe better, man. You walk different. Look, and some people choose to go to religious beliefs. Some people choose to go to family beliefs. Some people choose to go to spiritual beliefs. Some people choose to go into physical training. And these are all things to just relieve the pressure. We have a lot. As a people, our little hearts are filled with hatred. And we have to do better. We have to do better. Because as a man, if I don't speak the word a million times out my mouth, I don't think people will think that this real. Love your loved ones. If they really your loved ones, suffer them. Learn how to make them better. Learn how to be better for them. Learn. You never stop learning. I'm going to give you a lesson that an angel gave me. You thought that knowledge equals power. That is not fully correct. It's 3 parts to have power in this plane. And see, you came at the right time, because these are the words that an angel said to me, and I can say it to you. And it goes as such: wisdom, understanding, and knowledge. 3 parts. Wisdom, understanding, and knowledge equal power on this plane. You can have knowledge and not have wisdom. You can have wisdom and not have understanding. And you can have 2 and not have 1, but you can't gain power without all 3. Angel on this earth told me that, in the form of a man. I don't know if you all believe in signs, but it was a sign to me. I do believe we on the right track. And, of course, I might have enemies and stuff like that. Shit, we might have to leave out of here and slide on a few. But I'm not hoping for that, and I'm not shooting for that. I really love the fact that I can walk out my door and not have to worry or look over my shoulder and stuff like that. I really love the fact that my children can go to school and not have to worry about getting a message about their dad being in a situation where that was the last time they saw their dad. Was the last time they saw their dad. But for the most part, I think Coffee Mug Convo is the part where we sit down and we express ourselves over a cup of coffee. We express ourselves over whatever's in your cup. I ain't gonna give you a description what's in my cup, but it's a coffee mug. I always have my coffee mug when we do this, you understand? I will always have my coffee mug when we do this, but hey, make sure you turn up on the right people, man. And if you have to turn up your thug, just remember, do it out of love. Because everything is for the greater good. We building. And like I said, it's a great time to be alive. And we reporting live from South Carolina, Columbia, that is. So if you ever in the area, you want to meet and greet with the greats, man, just pop up, man. We're going to be at our local library every Saturday to meet and greet with individuals. Just whatever you want to talk about, man. So to everybody out there, man, I appreciate y'all popping in. I appreciate y'all being attentive. This the thing that we're going to do. We're going to close this thing out with a little outro, man. I hope that you all go peacefully, and I hope that your cup always be filled to the rim. That way it can easily get messy. Man, this has been Coffee Mug Convo with the only one, the one and only OMS 2-time. I really got a whole lot that I want to give everybody, man, but we're just going to do an outro, man. It's your favorite human being with that supernatural pain, San Antonio something, a.k.a. OMS 2-time, a.k.a. Birthright Records to the death of me and beyond. And I appreciate y'all. And I see y'all next time, man. Thank y'all for standing in, man. Shit, let go, man. Shit, that was Coffee Mug Convo. Shit, let go. I like that shit. I like that.